Hi, my name is Dr. David Lee, physical therapist, and today we're going to be talking about biceps tendonitis. All right, this is a median nerve stretch for biceps tendonitis. The median nerve runs right through the biceps, so we want to make sure that that nerve is nice and pliable, because if it's tight, it's going to put more stress onto the bicep. So with the affected arm, we're going to take the unaffected arm and put it right over our shoulder. Want to make sure that our shoulder is down, okay? So don't let your shoulder creep up like this. So keep your shoulder down. We're going to start from all the way at the bottom here, because we don't want to aggravate the nerve by putting too much of a stretch on it right away. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the shoulder down. We're going to bend our head to the side. Now, if you start to feel symptoms, meaning stretching down the arm or any kind of sharpness down the arm, that's where you want to stay. You don't want to lift your arm up. So we're going to lift our arm up if we don't feel any increased symptoms. And then as you feel the stretch through the bicep here, you're going to gently bring your wrist back. That should increase the symptoms or increase the stretching at the bicep. So what you can do is you're going to gently go and fan your hand back and forth. And as that loosens up, you're going to go ahead and lift up a little bit more, and then the stretch should increase. So you're just going to do that until it loosens up. So I would say do that about 15 to 20 times, and it'll start to loosen up. And then you're just going to go up a little bit more. So the important thing is you don't want to go too aggressive with this, because it can flare you up. So make sure that you're going gently through this. Pain shouldn't be more than a 5 out of 10 with this stretch, okay? And then as it loosens up, you'll be able to go a little bit higher. So about 15 to 20 repetitions at each height. And then just go for as high as you can. And then come back down, and everything should feel looser throughout the whole arm. All right, this is a bicep stretch. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the affected arm. We're going to go ahead and straighten the elbow out. Make sure that the shoulder stays back. So you don't want the shoulder to come forward, because that's going to increase stress onto the biceps tendon. So you're going to go ahead and bring that shoulder back, and then you're going to straighten out the arm. And then from here, you're going to go ahead and grab your fingers and then pull them down towards your wrist extending. So you're going to go ahead and bring them down this way. So you should feel a nice stretch across the bicep here. So you want to make sure that you're holding that. So hold that for about a minute, and you're going to repeat that 3 times. And then you should feel your bicep loosening up as you go through that. Make sure that keep your shoulder down the entire time as you're doing that. And then also, to make the stretch a little bit more effective, think about using that tricep. So think about really squeezing the back of your arm as you pull that elbow into place. Okay, so you should feel a nice stretch right there in your bicep. All right, this exercise is called the bicep curl. What we're going to do is we're going to take our resistance bands, we're going to stand on it, and then we're going to go ahead and grab the ends. From here, what we want to do is we're going to open up our hands facing, our palms facing forward. And then we want to make sure that our shoulder is in the right place. So we want to make sure that the shoulder blades are down. Lift the chest up so that everything is lined up. From here, you're going to go ahead and bend the elbow, making sure that the palms stay forward. So you don't want this to happen. You want to keep the palms forward. Bring the shoulders down, chest up, lift up. Okay, go nice and slow. Make sure that you're trying to activate the biceps muscle, because if the bicep muscle doesn't get activated, you're going to put more pressure on the tendon. So go ahead and come down nice and slow. This is what we call the eccentric component. You're going to go nice and slow. Make sure that you feel the bicep muscle working. Make sure that you maintain good posture throughout, okay? So you're going nice and slow for 5 counts. So come up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then come down nice and slow, 5 count as well too. Do about 10 reps of those, 3 sets. All right, this is your bilateral external rotation exercise. You're gonna take the band, you're gonna go ahead and put it into your hands. From here, you wanna make sure that the wrist stays straight, so don't let the wrist come down or up in that direction. Keep it neutral. And then you wanna make sure that the shoulders are in the right position. So think about keeping the shoulders down, lifting up through the chest as you perform this action. So keep the shoulders down, chest up, and then from here, you want to make sure that the elbows stay tight to your side. You don't want to let the elbows come up like this because that's going to put more stress on your shoulders. So you're going to go ahead, shoulders down, chest up, and then go ahead and separate the band. Remember, don't curl your wrist too much or don't extend your wrist too much. Hold it right there. You should feel the upper back kicking in. We want to get the rotator cuff muscles working because this is going to help stabilize the shoulder, which is going to help take stress off of the biceps tendon. So you're going to hold it there for about 5 seconds at the end and then come back in nice and slow. Do about 15 reps of these guys and about 3 sets. All right, this is internal rotation. So we're going to go ahead and tie a resistance band to either a doorknob or a door, or stick it in the door. You want to make sure that the shoulder is in good position here. So if you have a pillow or you can roll up a towel, stick it right in between your elbow and your body. And then from here, what we want to do is, again, make sure that the posture is in good position. So you want to make sure that that shoulder is down, because if the shoulder comes forward, you're just going to compress that biceps tendon and it's going to irritate it. So you want to make sure that that shoulder is back. And then from here, you're going to go ahead and bring the hand in towards the midline of your body. You're going to constantly keep that shoulder down, keep the chest up as you do this. And then you're going to go ahead and release slowly. You want to make sure that you're controlling the motion. Okay, you don't want to let go too quickly here. So think about bringing the shoulder down, chest up, pulling inwards, nice and slow, and then come out. So do about 3 sets of 15. You should feel that entire shoulder working. All right, this is the row. So we're gonna go ahead and use the resistance band. We're gonna put it in front of us. From here, we're gonna make sure that the elbows stay bent to about 90 degrees. So you wanna extend from the hands, and then you're gonna make sure that the shoulders are in the right position. Also, make sure that you're not arching your back. So we don't want to pull like this. We wanna make sure that our stomach is engaged so that your back doesn't arch. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and start with the straight elbow position. Keep your shoulders down, chest up, and then from here, we're gonna go ahead and pull back to the sides of our body. We don't wanna go too far back because that's going to round our shoulders forward like this. So you wanna make sure that that shoulder stays down, chest stays up the entire time, and then you're gonna pull. You wanna think about using the upper back the whole time and the shoulder blades as you pull, okay? Come back nice and slow. Keep your stomach tight. Bring your chest up, shoulders down. Pull. You should be feeling the upper back working the entire time. And then when you release, do not round the shoulders. So keep the shoulders back as you go forward, okay? 3 sets of 15, and make sure you keep everything in the right position. Okay, this is shoulder extension. So you're going to take your resistance band. You're going to tie it into something in front of you. From here, you're going to go ahead and grab the bands. And then we want to make sure that our posture is into right position first. So think about keeping the shoulders down, lifting the chest up. And then from here, we want to bring the arm into a forward position. And then we're going to bring it back towards the back wall, okay? So pitfalls of this, you want to make sure that the shoulders stay down as you bring the band back, because you're going to want to creep it forward like this. So you want to make sure that the shoulder is back and down into position. Don't bring the band back too far because that will encourage that rounded position. So make sure that you're pulling with your upper back and your shoulder blades from here. So you're going to do 3 sets of 15, nice and slow. Make sure that everything is engaged as you pull back. All right, this is the Peck stretch with the arms straight. You're going to make sure that you're properly on the foam roller, but at the end, head supported, low back pressed against the foam roller. From here, you're going to straighten out your arms, and then you're going to go ahead and rock towards one side. Okay, you should feel the opposite pec stretching out, and you might feel some stuff down into your arm as well too. You're going to hold that for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then you're going to go ahead and roll to the other side. Okay, Feel a nice stretch across the pec, down the arm, and then go ahead and keep rocking back and forth. You're also going to be loosening up the spine as well too. So this is a good stretch for both the back and the front. And then you're just going to go about 10 times each side. Okay, make sure that the low back is glued the whole time against the foam roller. Make sure that your shoulders stay down, and then make sure that your chin stays down against the foam roller. All right, so this is the pec stretch on the foam roller. When you lie on the foam roller, you want to make sure that your butt's on the end, head is properly supported. Make sure that your low back is touching the foam roller, so don't arch the back. Keep everything flat down on the foam roller. From here, you're going to bring your arms out to about 90 position, so about an L position. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to keep your shoulders back. You're going to lift your chest up and keep your stomach tight onto the foam roller. From here, you're just going to let gravity take over, and you're going to feel a nice stretch across the front of your chest. We want to make sure that this is all stretched out to get your arm and shoulder in the right position so that basically you take stress off the biceps tendon. So you're going to hold this upwards to about 5 to 10 minutes. Just let it stretch. And then after the allotted time, you should feel a lot looser through the front of your body. And those were some things to help you out with your biceps tendonitis. If your pain continues to persist, please consult your medical professional.